2 years after his fall, Joseph sits in the dim solitude of his prison cell, surrounded by the echoes of a world that has forgotten him. Though despair lingers, a flicker of quiet dignity burns within him, a silent defiance against the injustice of his confinement. The distant sounds of prisoners and guards serve as a constant reminder of his isolation. In the palace, the pharaoh paces, his brow furrowed with worry, as shadows of doubt lengthen across the room. Wise men and magicians gather, their faces reflecting the growing unease that grips the palace. The air thickens with tension as the pharaoh's recurring dreams cast a shadow of foreboding over everyone. In the somber confines of the prison, the cupbearer rushes in. His weathered face is marked with worry. He urgently approaches a guard, his voice a desperate plea. "I must speak with someone. It's urgent." The guard stops him, demanding, "Hold there. What's the meaning of this commotion?" The cupbearer's voice rises with urgency. "Years ago, there was a man here, Joseph. He interpreted my dream, and he was right. Every word." His desperation peaks as he cries out, "I have to see him." Joseph, now in respectable attire, stands before Pharaoh, composed and attentive. Pharaoh recounts his dreams, the palace echoing with the weight of his words. The scene is formal and imposing, the air thick with anticipation. In the grandeur of Pharaoh's palace, Joseph stands tall, his unwavering gaze meeting that of the ruler. With conviction, Joseph reveals, the dreams foretell 7 years of great abundance in all the land of Egypt. His voice takes on a somber tone as he continues, "But after them will come 7 years of famine. The famine will devour the land." Joseph proposes a solution. "Now therefore, let Pharaoh select a discerning and wise man and set him over the land of Egypt. Let Pharaoh proceed to appoint overseers over the land during the 7 plenteous years." Pharaoh listens, the initial curiosity in his eyes transforming into a profound sense of awe. Pharaoh stands tall, his declaration resonating throughout the palace. Pharaoh's signet ring slides onto Joseph's finger, a symbol of newfound power. Fine linen robes cascade over Joseph's shoulders, completing his majestic transformation. Officials look on, their astonishment captured in their expressions as they witness Joseph's rise. Joseph travels through the fertile Egyptian lands, overseeing the establishment of collection centers. The land yields a bountiful harvest as people diligently gather the grain. Storage facilities rise, promising sustenance for the coming years. Years later, the famine descends. The once fertile Egyptian countryside now lies parched and barren. Desperation grips the people as the collection centers become the sole source of sustenance. The once bustling centers now stand as stark reminders of a land ravaged by famine. Joseph's brothers arrive at the border of Egypt, their faces etched with weariness. They approach the city gates, their steps heavy with trepidation. In the stillness of his office, Joseph watches his brothers bow deeply, a silent reminder of dreams long forgotten. He instantly recognizes each brother, but his expression remains an impenetrable mask. Joseph, a figure of royal authority, confronts his brothers in an atmosphere heavy with unspoken accusations. Joseph's voice cuts through the tension. "You are spies. You have come to see the weakness of the land." The brothers, united in their defense, reply, "No, my lord, but your servants have come to buy food." Joseph, unwavering in his suspicion, repeats his accusation. "No, you have come to see the weakness of the land." In a desperate plea, the brothers proclaim their innocence. "We are all sons of one man. One is no more." Joseph's ultimatum echoes through the room. "It is as I said. You are spies. You are spies." Joseph imprisons them for 3 days. On the 3rd day, he speaks to them again. Under the relentless sun, the brothers return to Jacob, their faces reflecting deep worry. They recount their encounter with the imposing Egyptian official, their voices trembling with fear and remorse. They explain the official's stern demand to bring Benjamin, their youngest brother, to Egypt. The brothers enter Joseph's office, with Benjamin among them. Joseph's eyes fixate on Benjamin, a surge of emotion barely contained. Masking his true feelings, Joseph gestures, "Welcome, you are invited to a feast." In Joseph's grand dining hall, the brothers find themselves at a table overflowing with food, a feast laid out before them. Joseph gestures with regal authority, directing his brothers to their precisely arranged seats. A palpable tension fills the air, each brother casting nervous, questioning glances at the others. Surprise flickers across their faces as they realize the seating is not random, but deliberately orchestrated. In the dimness of his office, Joseph gestures subtly, his face obscured by shadows. A servant silently places Joseph's ornate silver cup into Benjamin's sack of grain. Joseph watches, a flicker of pain and calculation in his eyes. He is setting a trap, a test for his brothers. Dusty roads lead the brothers away from the city, their forms gradually vanishing into the expansive desert landscape. Unbeknownst to them, Joseph's silver cup rests, unseen, within Benjamin's sack. The stern steward, a figure of authority on horseback, emerges, rapidly shortening the distance between them. His voice cuts through the air with accusation as he overtakes them, halting the brothers in their tracks. Disbelief and indignation paint the brothers' faces as they come to a standstill, their journey interrupted. The brothers trudge back into Joseph's office, their shoulders slumped in defeat. Guards stand watch, their faces grim as all eyes fixate on Benjamin's open sack. The silver cup gleams within, a damning testament to their alleged crime. Judah pleads, "Please, my lord, let me speak a word in your ear. Do not be angry with me. You are as great as Pharaoh himself." Judah continues, "Let me remain here as your slave in place of the boy. Let Benjamin return to his father." Joseph's face is etched with pain, his voice thick with suppressed emotion as he pleads, "Please, everyone, leave us." The room falls silent as the men file out, their concerned glances lingering on Joseph and his brothers. In a moment thick with disbelief and shock, Joseph reveals, "It's me. It's Joseph. I am your brother." The brothers stare back, confusion and dawning recognition painting their faces as the weight of the past descends. Joseph embraces his brothers tightly, a powerful wave of emotion surging through them. Forgiveness fills the room, dissolving years of bitterness and regret. "God sent me ahead of you to save lives." A golden shaft of sunlight bathes them in a divine light, highlighting their tears of relief and gratitude. Joseph guides his brothers into the Pharaoh's palace, where sunlight drenches the opulent hall. Before the throne, Joseph presents his kin. "Your Majesty, may I present my brothers, sons of Jacob?" The brothers bow deeply, anticipation hanging heavy in the air. Pharaoh welcomes them warmly. "Welcome, brothers of Joseph. It pleases me to see this reconciliation. Egypt is vast and fertile. Choose any land you desire, and it shall be yours." Under the blazing sun, caravan, carrying life from Egypt to Canaan. Each turn of the step is a promise of reunion. The caravan moves slowly across the Egyptian countryside. Jacob arrives, exhaustion giving way to hope. A familiar figure appears in the distance. It's Joseph. "Joseph, my son, is it truly you?" "Father, I've waited so long for this day." The father and son embrace, tears flowing freely under the golden Egyptian sun. In the land of Goshen, Jacob and his family find respite, settling into their new lives with a sense of hopeful anticipation. Peace and prosperity bloom around them, as Jacob's family thrive in the fertile lands of Goshen, untouched by the famine gripping other nations. While famine ravages distant lands, Egypt is blessed with abundance, its fields overflowing with life and sustenance. Jacob, frail and aged, lies on his deathbed, his loving gaze sweeping over his sons and grandsons. The room is filled with a heavy silence, broken only by Jacob's shallow, labored breaths. Jacob speaks, his voice weak but filled with love. "My sons, my heart is full. God has been faithful to me, and I have faith he will be faithful to you." With solemnity, Jacob continues, "Remember the promises, remember the land, remember to fear the Lord and walk in his ways." Years after Jacob's death, Joseph confronts his brothers under the scorching Egyptian sun. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. With a compassionate tone, Joseph vows, "So then, do not be afraid. I will provide for you and your children. Before you leave, I have a special gift for you. Click the link below to receive your free Ecclesia Synopsis ebook and discover how to apply these biblical principles in your life."